Welcome to Module 4 of the Administration Code Regulations Training 703 KAR 5080. My name is Shara Savage, a Program Consultant in the Office of Assessment and Accountability, or OAA. During Module 4, we will look closely at seating charts, student motivation, and rewards. All state-required tests must have a seating chart. Seating charts can be for group testing, classroom layout, or individual testing, which we often see for accommodated or makeup testing. The chart may be kept in either paper or electronic format and completed by the classroom teacher. A chart will be completed for each test session and kept on file. Sometimes the DAC or BAC will supply the teacher or test proctor with a locally created seating chart template, especially if your room arrangement is significantly different. Example templates created by KDE are available on the KDE webpage. If you want to create your own seating chart templates, certain information must be included. What information should be included on the seating chart? The test name, district, and school names, the test date, room number, the content area being tested, all student names, names of all testing staff in the room, and the room layout. The student names should be placed in the appropriate places on the room layout. Some indicate where a student is absent from a seat on the chart. Using the same seating chart for more than one test session is acceptable, especially if you are testing more than one section on the same day with the same students. If you have questions about seating charts you or your school have created, check with your district assessment coordinator or your DAC. Student motivation and rewards, including how to fund those efforts, can be confusing. This section will help remove some of that confusion. Good faith effort checklists may be used at any grade. The checklist expectation should be general and not include any requirements that would take away student ownership. The checklist may consist of coming prepared for testing with paper pencils or with their Chromebook, arriving on time, not disturbing others, using time wisely, and focusing on the test during the administration time. The checklist should not include any evaluation of student responses, such as writing 3 paragraphs or whether test answers were correct or not. No evaluative feedback can be given to students unless all testing is complete and materials are out of the hands of students and teachers. The district or school can decide how to share the good faith effort checklist results based on completed testing. Results may be shared for a grade level at a school when all testing is completed for that grade level. A school could decide to share the checklist results only after all testing for the entire school is completed, or the district may give directions on how results can be shared. With online testing, some currently good faith effort checklists may require updates. In a paper pencil test, it's easy to visually scan student responses following the test session to see if a student did a pre-write or completed all test questions. This may not be available for online testing. Once the student submits the test proctor cannot access the student's responses. Using the checklist may require the teacher to mark the list as the students are testing. When using the good faith effort checklist, remember that this is the student's work, meaning we cannot require the student to use particular organizer strategies or methods to complete the test. How will we fund the rewards using the good faith effort checklist? Funding rewards for our good faith effort checklist may come from a variety of sources. The best source may be donations from individuals, businesses, parents, or staff to fund the student incentives. Other regulations besides the Administration Code apply to curriculum, instruction, reward funding, etc. When planning activities tied to assessment, refer to the appropriate regulation. Your district or school staff should be able to assist you with which regulations apply to your situation. One such regulation concerns the acceptance of donations and using the school bank accounts, following the Red Book rules. It is not acceptable to use local school board funds or cash rewards from school activity funds generated by students for student incentives or rewards to A. Attend school during the testing window, B. Participate in assessment activities, or C. Perform well on state-required assessments. See page 14. Also, extended school services funds cannot be used for test preparation. Regarding funding, please check with your school or district financial staff, especially if you are contemplating giving cash rewards. Your district may have policies in place for acceptable rewards. Having a student retake part of the assessment because of disciplinary issues is relatively straightforward in a paper pencil test, but not as easy for an online test. For online testing, the test proctor will need to note the inappropriate content while monitoring, since they will not have access to the test responses once the student submits the answer. Please contact your DAC for more information. When a student's responses to test items are reviewed and found to contain inappropriate language or drawings, the student may be instructed to answer the questions again on a separate sheet of paper for disciplinary issues. The original responses shall be submitted for scoring to the testing contractor. The paper on which the retaken item is answered should be considered a secure material and shredded along with scratch paper. No changes may be made to the original response recorded in the student response booklet or online text box. Only a school administrator should be handling this type of a situation. It is time for our fourth check for understanding. I will give you a couple of minutes to read through these yes or no questions, and then we'll discuss the answers. Number 1. Are seating charts required for makeup testing sessions? Yes, it is required to create seating charts for all test sessions, group and individual. Number 2. Is it acceptable to announce on the intercom each day the results of the good faith effort checklist? No, it is not acceptable to announce on the intercom each day the results of the good faith effort checklist. Number 3. Is it acceptable to let students know that they are doing a good job on the test responses? No, it is not acceptable to let students know that they are doing a good job on test responses. Number 4. Is it acceptable on a good faith effort checklist to require students to use a strategy they learned in class when answering test questions? No, it is not acceptable on a good faith effort checklist to require students to use a strategy they learned in class when answering test questions. Requiring a certain strategy interferes with student ownership. This concludes Module 4 of 6 of the Administration Code Regulation. Please review all 6 modules to complete the Administration Code training. If you have questions, please contact us at KDE DAC Information, dacinfo@education.ky.gov, or give us a call at 502-564-4394. Thank you for participating in this section of the training with the Office of Assessment and Accountability.